Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Mertz Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Today, me and Brandon Olson of Locked-on Gators discuss whether we think that Graham Mertz has locked up the starting job for the Florida Gators, or if we think that Jack Miller has a shot of taking the job at the end of the day. Now, obviously, Anthony Richardson, again, as talented as he was, like we said, very flawed. But this year, if he's going to be the starting quarterback, Graham Mertz is the polar opposite of Anthony Richardson. Safe, I would say, reliable, but he was kind of turnover prone at times at Wisconsin's, the infamous game against Notre Dame where he had 5 interceptions. That was awful. But he was a 4-star recruit out of high school, and he has talent. Just did not ever show itself at Wisconsin. First question, the second question doesn't matter if this first question is an answer as a yes. Do you think that Graham Mertz is going to be the starting quarterback for Florida? Or someone else has the job? Okay.
It's Graham. I know that they haven't officially announced it, and I'm not pretending that I've got someone in my ear going, hey, it's Graham. I just think the writing is on, Graham Mertz did not come to the University of Florida to be a backup quarterback. Simple as that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. When you look at, a lot of players in the portal, they're going to get starting jobs. I was very shocked that he went to Florida. I was not expecting that. I didn't think that he would leave the Power 5. Didn't think that, but I was really shocked that he went to Florida. But do you think that he'll have a good season? Because I guess you would say the argument for Graham Mertz that I've heard is because, Wisconsin has talent, but Florida's different type talent. But you're also playing against more teams that have more talent as well than the Big Ten outside of, maybe Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. In the SEC, you have a lot of talented teams. Do you think that Graham Mertz can have a much better season at Florida with talent around him, Billy Napier's offensive system and everything like that? Can he do well at Florida?
I think he's going to have a better year than we've seen him have. Not even because of the talent, for the reason you mentioned. They kind of cancel out to me, where it's yeah, you're getting better players, but you're also going against better players for the most part. But I think the biggest selling point, I'll say, is coming into Billy Napier's offense, which I know that Florida Gators fans are not huge fans of that system. But here's the thing. 1, you're wrong. 2, Billy Napier, Graham Mertz played in Wisconsin's offense last year. That was 1905 before the forward pass was legal. It was just so awful. It was hey, we're coming out in the I form, we're running it. And I have these numbers seared into the back of my head where Graham Mertz, they handed the ball off 60% of the time last year. They ran play action on 40% of their passes, and that was 18% of their total plays. You can't run the ball 60% of the time and then only go play action on 18% of your total plays. You need to go play action a ton, especially if you're coming out in that I form. So I think that he was not done any favors by Wisconsin's offensive system. I think just having that is going to be significantly better for him. That's kind of my main selling point for why I think he's going to be better than he was at Wisconsin. And I'm no Florida Gators fan is we talk about Heismerts on Twitter, but we're kidding. But no one is genuinely thinking he's going to win the Heisman out here. And that's not what he needs to do either. Billy Napier, he just wants you to take care of the football, convert some first downs when you can, and just keep killing the clock there. So what you lose from Anthony Richardson, Graham Mertz is not picking up 80-yard rushing touchdowns against LSU. He's not picking up 60-yard rushing touchdowns against Texas A&M like Anthony Richardson did. He's not throwing the ball 75 yards in the air. But he's also probably going to hit the slants and the curls that Anthony Richardson would often miss or just throw 1,000 miles per hour at a receiver. So I feel like what you lose with explosive plays, you kind of gain with consistency and just doing the basics right. And so I feel like overall production's probably going to cancel out, at least on a per play basis, because I do think total numbers are going to look worse because they're going to kill the clock more this year. But I feel like you're not really missing a ton. You're losing the explosiveness, but yeah, we're probably going to complete more slants this year.
Yeah, I think that's accurate for sure. I mean, looking at the two quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson, it's wild to me that someone, as talented as he is, that some of the small things are hard. That's always been interesting, to think about because, that he does the hard things well. And he does the easy stuff, and he doesn't do them very well. And that's crazy. And with Graham Mertz, it's the opposite. He's not really capable of doing anything that's going to knock your socks off, but he's a guy that, if given a chance, like you said, he should be able to do better. And I agree with that because Iowa and Wisconsin, to me, are the two teams that will not break away from the old style of play. And when I was younger, there was a lot of teams that played that way, and it was cool, but it's not the way football's played anymore. Wisconsin might change with Luke Fickell, who knows with Iowa, but I think that, like you said, Graham Mertz should do better with better players, with a better offensive system. And like you said, the canceling out, it should be good enough anyway. Oh, Connor Johnson, last question. Miller or Mertz? We established earlier, Brandon said that he's Graham Mertz all the way. I asked because I was a little uncertain myself, but I do think it's going to be Graham Mertz.
Yeah, I have nothing against Jack Miller, and I don't hold the bowl game against him either. I know it was one of the worst performances any of us have ever seen from a quarterback. Like Kendall Hinton did better when he had to go from receiver to quarterback for the Broncos a couple of years ago. But also at the same time, I think a lot of people who aren't in tune with the program for Florida, like you don't realize Jack Miller going into that game had no chance to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jack Miller missed the entire season to that point with a thumb injury. He got surgery right before the season on his thumb. You can't grip or throw a football if you can't use your thumb. So he was screwed off the get-go. And then Florida was pretty openly like, we're hoping to get a late bowl game so we can get a full, 14 practices in. They got like 4. And so Jack Miller had almost no experience. So he was screwed regardless, even though Oregon State's passing defense was very good. And that was always going to be an issue. There we go. There you go, Connor. Was always going to be an issue. But Jack Miller just had absolutely no chance to go in.
Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below what you think about the Florida Gators quarterback situation, whether you think that Graham Mertz or Jack Miller will be the starting quarterback for the Gators this season in college football. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I will see you next time.